The first thing that comes to mind with me with the spring is the demands of the schedule. I sat down with our rising seniors at the end of the fall and just said, what do you want to do this spring? Do you want to get some layups and feel good about winning again, or do you really want to challenge ourselves? And they're the ones who gave me input on how the schedule was constructed. Each game, I really think we got something out of it. I can say the game against the Canadian team is probably the one where we walked away very disappointed, feeling like we didn't move forward at all. But I think each game had a gradual progression for the most part. And even though we didn't win all of them, I think we were very good offensively in most of them. And there's something to be said for not losing, because I think sometimes when you're regrouping, you have to first learn how not to lose before you learn how to win. So having said that, I think the Indiana game, was a good first time out. We were a little rusty. They had a game before us. We were exposed in a couple restarts, but it kind of got us going. And then the FC Cincinnati game, a team that made the USL playoffs last year, trying to get in Major League Soccer, added 5 really good free agents. That was a 3-2 game. And then we hit the post with 5 minutes left, and I thought that they left here probably a little uncomfortable, FC Cincinnati. And I've said before, that wasn't an even game, but it was a competitive game, and we scored 2 goals and had several other opportunities. And I think we stuck up for ourselves and competed physically and had the ball quite a bit, and that was really a good next step. That led into Wright State, where we had command of the game. We were very good attacking. We were very good on the ball. We were very tough to break down. They had a physical team that were good on set pieces. We did a good job of defending the set pieces, which had been a problem leading into that. And we kept command of the game and took care of it. And there were a couple of physical altercations where we stuck up for each other and really, didn't get pushed around. And I thought that was another thing that needed to be done that was lacking probably in the FC Cincinnati game. After that, really, the Canadian game came in between, and then the Louisville game, where we went down there, probably played a timid first half, an over-respectful first half, and then in the second half, I think the possession was 52% Louisville, 47% us, according to the breakdown. Scored a goal, and then allowed one with 1:15 left. So good enough to win there, tough place to win. Missed on 2 details in the end to close the game out, but I thought at the end of the day that lessons and that kind of unchecked box is going to allow us to check one off in the fall. And then we wrapped up with the Bradley game, Devon's game, the Down syndrome awareness game. Again, score aside, soccer aside, another great event, a great night, another moving night. Appreciative for all front components of that night. And played really well in the first half, strong on the ball, good command of the game, really organized in the second half. I thought it became more of a war, a track meet, a physical battle. And I think we got worn down a little bit. We got outlasted. Scored 2 goals. Did well to go ahead, did well to go ahead again with 5 minutes left, and then got beat on a long throw late. So that was disappointing not to close it out. We had 3 games where we were allowed a goal in the final 3 minutes, but at the same time we didn't lose any of those games. In the fall, we were losing those games late, and I don't think you make an immediate jump where you win those games. Maybe at first you have to not lose them. But the point is we score goals in every game. Matt Viskenza scored a goal in all 5 games, and I certainly think every great team we've had here has not won the final spring game. The only time we won Devon's game was last year against Michigan State, and that really didn't mean anything for the following fall. So there's a carrot in front of the guys, and I certainly think the progression was good. The last part about the spring was probably from a personnel standpoint, one of our goals is to get +2 or +3 each spring. So can there be 3 guys that kind of move up on the depth chart? Can you get 3 more guys in your rotation? Can you get 3 new players that are playing a lot of minutes and kind of go from a luxury to a necessity, if you will? I think we did that. I think Zach Nelson established himself as a solid goalkeeper, and hopefully as a reliable and sustainable and a not looking back goalkeeper in the fall. Samuel Buzzes was another freshman who redshirted this fall, played every minute of every game in the back, did well. Peyton Miller was a freshman who had, solid minutes, scored a goal against Bradley in the end, really, developed some trust with us. And then you had guys like Cameron Taylor, who was a full-time player in the back for the first time. I thought Joash Sutherland made some steps. I thought Josh Grant came back from injury and really was dangerous and looked like an all Big East level player. Sam Sergi came off the bench in the fall, became more of a full-time player in the spring. Jacob Goodall was another guy who played in bits and pieces in the fall and really played a good 30, 40 minutes a game for us in the spring. And I think the final piece of that really is, Derek Autumn established himself as a high-level player. The best players we've had here, usually the spring of their freshman year, guys that people notice. And every team we played this spring, they come up and ask us, about him after the game. And he looked like a first-team All-Big East level player, a maybe possible player of the year down the road, possible All-American down the road, but really a guy who grew, this spring and really became one of our main guys. So all in all, I thought it was really a positive spring. I think the final two parts of it were we settled in a new associate head coach, David Costa, came in January and really ran training every day and really got to connect with the players, and he and I and the rest of the staff developed some rhythm. I thought we were missing a guy or two during the spring, and Cameron Olson got to do a little bit more, got to spread his wings a little bit, got some valuable experience, and I think the continuity and chemistry and roles were really confirmed within the staff. And then the last part of it really is the seniors. I think our senior class is great. There's no question that they're running the program. They're driving the bus. They developed their hierarchy. They had dinner every Friday night, February, March, and April, which I thought was pretty cool, and really developed their roles as far as leaders and leadership styles and really cemented their authority on the team heading into the summer.